Hello Nintendo Wii here, welcome back to Let's Play Retro Games. I've just got back from London MCM Comic Con and I'm so excited to show you some of the things I've got and some of the stuff that we got up to during the weekend. I'm going to start this video with a little bit of GoPro footage from the event, so enjoy. Just reaching his hand. Yeah!
I'm so glad you're filming it.
Say that again?
I'm so glad he's filming it. YouTube world.
What a loser.
Like and comment if you think I'm a loser.
Wow, I'm going to get so many likes and comments on this one.
What does Cheesy think? Travis Touchdown. What do you think of Sarah's drawing?
It's amazing. What did he say?
The slime's talking, is it okay?
Oh, the slime's live!
Go on, do a little blub, 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 blub. Thank you very much. You're welcome. What does Donkey Kong say in N64 when you select him?
Go on.
Was it choose your player?
So I hope you enjoyed watching that. We had a load of fun at the event. It's actually the first time that I've been back to London in 4 years, so I was actually really excited to be there again. I've got a few things laid out on the table in front of me, so let's get started with 3 Game Boy games that I've been looking for a while. These are the Saga games, so I've got Saga 1, 2 and 3. These are actually the Final Fantasy Legend games, but the Japanese ones. They were £5 each, so I was really excited to find these. Can't wait to give them a try later. I'd love to find the actual English versions of the Final Fantasy Legend games at some point as well. Another 2 Game Boy games here. One I was very excited about, and one I literally just picked up because it's a Rare game, as in the company Rare. Not as in the game's Rare, because it's not actually. That is Mickey's Racing Adventure. I've heard it's not great, it's probably one of Rare's worst games, but I'm still quite excited to have it, just to add to the collection. And the other game we have here is a Way Forward game called Wendy Every Witch's Way, which I hear is really good. So I'm very much looking forward to playing this. I might do a Let's Play of it, or I've actually been thinking about getting into Twitch, so I might actually stream it at some point in the future if I can figure out how to do that on the computer. So that's Wendy Every Witch's Way, and that one was 15. Another Game Boy game, this one I've been looking for a long time. I'm a huge fan of Castlevania, as I'm sure you know. This is Castlevania 2, Belmont's Revenge. The good Castlevania 2, not the bad NES version. I actually gave it a little play last night when we got back, and it's fantastic. It's worth picking this game up just for the music alone. It's really quite impressive what they managed to do with the original Game Boy. Another game here that I've been looking for a long time. I was always waiting to get it for around 50, if you remember in my last video from the London Gaming Market. And Pappy's come to join me. This game is Ristar, an amazing game. I played it a lot on the Wii Virtual Console back in the day, so I'm really happy to... Okay. So I'm really happy to finally have my own... So I'm really happy to finally have my own copy for the Mega Drive. Now we have two NES games. We have Shadow Warriors, we have an annoying parrot, and we have Blue Shadow. So I'm very happy to have both of these games. Shadow Warriors is the UK version of Ninja Gaiden, and Blue Shadow is the game that spawned the spin-off for the Game Boy that I did a Let's Play of called Shadow Warriors, which has nothing to do with this game. So I'm quite excited to try both of these out and see what they're like. I think this one's the better of the two, but still really interested to have a look. This one here is playing on the screen over there. This is Raiden 5. I actually played all the way through it, with unlimited continues obviously. It's a really great game. It's not as good as the original Raiden, which is still my favourite in the series, but very happy to have Raiden 5, the director's cut. And it comes with a soundtrack inside as well, which is always good. Another game here, this one's Akiba's Beat for the PlayStation Vita. They had it on the Vita and on the PS4, so I picked up the Vita version because I do need some more games to play on it. And I love Akihabara, obviously, so it'll be really fun to walk around it in a virtual world as well. If you saw in that GoPro footage, we went to a Life is Strange meetup and a bit of a cosplay thing, and we were given these little figures here from Before the Storm, so that's really nice to have. And we also won a PS4 game, thanks to our friends Dean and Charlotte for putting on a little quiz. And we got Knack 2 out of that, so I'm going to give this one a try later on. One last thing that I picked up from the expo. Really happy to have this. I've wanted it for a long time. This is The Legend of Zelda Art and Artifacts book. Really nice book. It's got over 400 illustrations from the Zelda series, from every Zelda game all the way up to Breath of the Wild. And there's some nice interviews in the back as well, so very happy to have this. These amazing sort of watercolour prints. So there's Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Pappy, Charmander, Kirby, really like that nice Kirby one, and probably my favourite of all of them, this Mario Kart one here. I'm going to get them framed and put them up on the wall in the game room, and some of them are going to go up in here as well. Picked up the 8-bit DOE SNES controller, the wireless SNES controller, with analog sticks, which is really nice, really happy to have this. And it also works on the Switch as well, so really cool. A film that I've been after for a long time. This is a film by Makoto Shinkai, the guy who made Your Name. This one is The Place Promised in Our Early Days. I really love the film, but I've never actually owned it. And it also comes with Voices of a Distant Star, another amazing anime. These stickers to go on the back of my Mac. See if you can see. There, I've got the Super Metroid ones on the back. I think they look really nice. And there was a few more as well. There's some like SNES game boxes on there as well, so that's really cool. And the last thing I have here to show off from the expo is this Miku figure here. So I'm really happy to have another figure. I always like to try and get at least one figure every time I go to one of these events. So really happy to have that. They're really overpriced though compared to what you could get in Japan, so it's kind of stopped me buying as much as I usually would. And just after the expo, I also picked up Azure Striker Gunvolt for the Switch, which I've been looking for a long time. I've never played the second one though, so I'm quite excited to go through and play both of these again. And that's about it. I'll end the video here. I have a lot of animals running around and flying around. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to check out my Patreon in the description, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye!